Hello, medical terminology class and Professor Baldwin. My name is Kathy Delgado, and I decided to do my project on stroke. So, what exactly is stroke? A stroke is an attack to the brain. Blood is cut off, and the brain cells are deprived of oxygen. When it arises, the ability to control by the affected area of the brain loses control. So here are some stroke incidences. According to the National Stroke Association, strokes are the fifth leading cause of death in the United States. Strokes can initially occur to any person at any given time, but up to 80% of strokes are preventable if taken the right precautions. Although this being the case, strokes are still considered as the leading cause of adult disability in the United States. Each year, nearly 800,000 people experience a new or recurring stroke. They are occurring every 40 seconds, and every 4 minutes, someone dies because of a stroke. So this is a diagram from the Center of Disease Control and Prevention demonstrating the average annual stroke death rate in the United States from the years of 2011 to 2013. The diagram is based on adults from the age of 35 and older. Here are some prevalence. According to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, in the United States, the country's highest death rate from strokes are from the southeast. Knowing the warning signs and symptoms of a stroke gives an individual the opportunity to act fast and the chances of survival become greater. This particular chart demonstrates the difference between male and female stroke and prevalence percentage. The chart indicates different categories and how age influences the risk of stroke depending on the categories. So, some characteristics can be divided into physical, psychological, and cognitive. Physical characteristics can be varied from numbness in the arms, legs, and face, trouble speaking, walking, and understanding, and also dizziness and loss of balance. Psychological symptoms vary with shame, anger, depression, and apathy. Lastly, cognitive can vary from headaches with unknown causes and confusion. Next, I will go over the types of stroke. The first one is ischemic. If broken down, the first part of the word is to hold back. The second part of the word would be to blood condition. It is the development of fatty deposits lining the blood vessel's wall. It is caused by two types of obstruction. The first one is cerebral thrombosis, refers to the blood clot that develops at the clogged part of the artery that supplies blood to the brain. The second part is cerebral embosis, refers to the blood clot that forms at another location in the circulatory system and is swept through the bloodstream to lodge in the narrow arteries, which eventually travels to the brain. Another type of stroke is called a transient ischemic attack, which is categorized as a mini stroke, which can be used as a warning sign to take precautions. The difference between a stroke and a TIA is that a TIA is temporary, where symptoms occur rapidly, usually within 5 minutes. Immediately call 911 if this occurs. Finally, another type of stroke is a hemorrhagic. If broken down to two parts, the first part is going to be blood, second part is going to be bursting forth, which results from the rupture and bleeds into the surrounding brain. The blood eventually compresses the surrounding blood tissue, and it can cause two types of hemorrhagic strokes. The first one's going to be the intracerebral hemorrhage, when an artery in the brain bursts and floods the tissue with blood. The second one's going to be the subarachnoid hemorrhage, refers to the bleeding in the area of the blood and thin tissue. This image is known to the United States as the FAST Act for stroke. Basically, think fast, act fast, call 911. Going to the hospital within 3 hours of the first symptoms of ischemic stroke may be giving a thrombolytic to break up blood clots. During a hemorrhagic stroke, endovascular action may be taking place where a tube is a small insole, the device which prevents bleeding. Surgical protocols may also be taking place. Stroke survivors may receive treatment through rehabilitation programs such as occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, and recreational therapy. If you would like to know more about stroke, references are provided on this page. Thank you for your time.